Hi guys, it's Jen, and I wanted to share with you some amazing lessons I learned about online marketing during a Tinder date that I had last night that completely bombed. So it's actually been quite insightful. As you guys know, at this exact moment, I am single and I've been on Tinder. This has been the second wave of Tinder, and I actually really enjoy Tinder. I have had really good fun on Tinder, and I have not had any experiences that I would call strange or disrespectful at all. I don't know, I just feel like I've had really good luck. So I accidentally swiped right on a guy a few weeks ago, which that means in kind of internet terms that I sort of opted in. And he wrote me immediately, and I wrote him back saying, look, it was a mistake. Now, his profile does not have any pictures of his face. It's just pictures of his body and different situations. And so, as I mentioned before, I accidentally opted in. And what he proceeded to do was sort of, I guess, charm me into accepting a date with him. So there was a lot of not email banter, like chat banter, going back and forth. And I told him, I was like, look, dude, I don't even know what you look like. And but his character seemed to be quite respectful. And it appeared that he didn't have his face on Tinder because he's a really famous race car driver here in the UAE. So that seemed to be his excuse. So we agreed on a date, and he sent me a picture of his face. I'm not sure if I did that on the right order or not, but whatever. And I was like, okay, he's kind of cute. He's of Arabic descent. He's Jordanian. I can say that because you guys don't know him. No one lives here except for a few of you. And so anyways, he picked me up in his car, which was funny because it was a 1979 BMW that smelled like gasoline. It was really funny. I wasn't really sure. I was like, is that his cologne or is that the gasoline? Anywho, when I got in his car and I looked at him, I was like, this is not the same guy. Like, the face was the same, but I just didn't exactly know how to look at him, but he was really fat. And it sort of shocked me for a couple of reasons because number one, the single men I know are always complaining that women send pictures of themselves from years or months ago that are actually not them. And but this gentleman, and later on, I kept on trying to check him out discreetly without me doing like this. He basically used a fake picture of his body. He used a picture of somebody who was extremely athletic, that had shaved arms and shaved legs. And this guy, when he took off his jacket, he didn't even have shaved arms. And forget about muscles, none of the above. So when I discovered that his body was not the same, what happened was I lost a lot of trust. And as we know in online marketing, trust is very important. Let me just make the analogy. I actually clicked on the ad and it did not match the landing page. So landing page similarity and congruence is actually really important with the ad. So immediately I felt very on guard. Actually, the whole night I was like, and he was like, are you scared? And I was thinking, oh my gosh, kind of. I mean, I wasn't scared for my safety, but I was thinking this guy has totally tricked me by using somebody else's body. So as the night went on, he started doing the broadcasting in order to sell his products. So he would talk about himself. He would tell me all these stories, and then he would turn to me and be like, what about you? And I was kind of like, well, what do I need to say? What do you mean, what about me? I mean, which part about me should I actually talk about? And so I found myself actually not talking about myself at all because I didn't really know how to respond to that question. And this brought up some ideas in my head, and I know it's kind of strange I'm thinking about online marketing tactics while I'm on a date, but I've been struggling a lot about this in my script for my ad because I want to talk about myself and I want to relate to who I'm talking to through my story, But at the same time, I don't want it to all be about me, Jennifer, because I can lose the audience, just like this gentleman did last night. And it's a very cultural thing. The Arabic men have tendency to do this. They're very emotional. They talk a lot and then they say, well, what about you? How are you? They'll ask you, how are you, like 20 times. And you're like, I'm fine, dude. Come on, change the questioning up a little bit. But anyways, sorry to be so drastic about this. So after the fact that the landing page did not match the ad at all, and I lost trust in this guy, well, then I began to kind of not like him. And what do we know about online advertising? Someone's gonna buy from you if they trust you and they like you. So finally at about 11:30, I said to him, oh, look, I'm really tired, can you take me back? And he was like, oh, I want to go sit by the beach. And I was like, too bad. So we went, he took me in his little gasoline smelling car. He gave me these roses, which you can see behind. So I guess I got my little free gift. And he brought me back. And he told me I was a princess and told me he would call tomorrow to check on the roses. And he's written me like 20 times this morning. So these are the lessons learned. Make sure that your advertisement and your landing page have a relationship and they are similar. Secondly, be authentic and be genuine in any form of communication, whether that be verbal or pictures or video, because if you're not, and anybody else smells that, they will stop trusting you and they will not want to buy your stuff. And the third lesson is that if you want to relate to others, as much as we think we are relating through our stories, it's really good to engage them in the conversation somehow. So that is my story about Tinder and online marketing. Please wish me luck on my next date, and I hope you're having a glorious day.